In the world of video games, The Sims stands out not just as a game, but as a cornerstone of a die-hard fandom. Born from the ingenious mind of Will Wright and the creative prowess of Maxis, this life simulation series has transcended the boundaries of conventional gaming. It's a unique blend of a digital dollhouse and a narrative playground that has captivated millions, creating a fandom as diverse and dynamic as the game itself.
The magic of The Sims is in its dual nature. It's deceptively simple, but also wonderfully complex. Here, there are no dragons to slay or princesses to save. Instead, players find joy in the mundane, like trapping your sim in a room with a bunch of clown portraits. Or you have them go for a little night swim and then all of a sudden, poof, there goes the ladder. Next thing you know, you have to play rock, paper, scissors, shoot with the Grim Reaper for your life. These are the things that I enjoy in The Sims. Clearly, I am disturbed. The Sims isn't all mundane. It is fantastical in some ways. You can craft stories that range from the everyday all the way to the extraordinary. This game turned a genre on its head by offering an open world experience, which attracted a wide range of players, and also nurtured a very passionate community that thrives on creativity and shared experiences.
Really quick, I do want to apologize for my nasally, horrific voice. I am so sorry. I hope that it does not ruin this video for you, but continuing on. The evolution of The Sims is not just about technological innovations and cultural reflections, but also about the birth and growth of a fandom that has withstood the test of time. This community has laughed, cried, and lived through their Sims, forging an unbreakable bond with these pixelated characters. As we explore the world of The Sims, we uncover how a seemingly simple game about controlling virtual lives became a phenomenon that resonates deeply with its fans, offering a window into human nature and a platform for endless creativity and connection.
To be very clear and to keep this organized, I am just talking about the evolution of the tech and business side of the game, not the evolution of the game story. I have no place for the Goths and the Calientes story in this particular video. Now, don't get me wrong, that story and evolution is extremely interesting. I might do a video on it in the future. We'll see.
The story of The Sims begins not with its own inception, but with the journey of its creator, Will Wright. Wright, a visionary in the gaming world, first made his mark with the groundbreaking SimCity in 1989. This city-building simulation game was a pioneer in its genre, allowing players to design and manage their urban landscapes. Its success not only established Wright as a prominent figure in the gaming industry, but also set the stage for his more ambitious projects. Following the success of SimCity, Wright's life took a dramatic turn when the Oakland-Berkeley firestorm of 1991 destroyed his home. This personal tragedy sparked a unique inspiration. Wright became fascinated with the process of rebuilding his life and home, an experience that led him to conceptualize a game centered around the daily activities and interactions of a virtual household. This concept was a departure from the grand scale of city management to the intimate scale of managing a household.
However, the path from concept to realization was fraught with skepticism. The gaming industry predominantly focused on action and adventure games, and viewed Wright's idea of a life simulation game as very bizarre and very risky. Despite this, Wright and his team at Maxis persisted, driven by a vision to create a game that mirrored the charm and nuances of everyday life.
One of the revolutionary aspects of The Sims' early development was its use of sim antics, a unique programming language. This allowed the Sims to have needs and desires, making them more than mere digital entities. They were virtually alive, each with their own distinct personality.
When The Sims was finally released in the year 2000, it exceeded expectations, becoming the best-selling PC game at that time and gained critical acclaim. The success of the game not only validated Wright's innovative concept, but also demonstrated the market's appetite for non-traditional gaming experiences. The origin story for The Sims is a testament to Wright's visionary approach, proving that groundbreaking ideas, even the ones that are initially perceived as unconventional, have the power to redefine the gaming landscape and captivate audiences worldwide.
A game where players managed the daily activities of virtual characters called Sims was groundbreaking in its open-ended sandbox-style gameplay, devoid of traditional objectives and goals. It offered players unparalleled freedom to craft stories, build homes, and shape the lives of their Sims, laying the foundation for an entirely new gaming experience. The Sims also pioneered the use of Simlish, a fictional language that became a hallmark of the series. This unique, nonsensical language was universally appealing, as it required no translation and added a whimsical charm to the game.
We knew that we wanted to just do one language sound for the whole game that would work for the whole world. So we experimented with several languages, thinking that we could scramble them in some way so that they wouldn't be so recognizable and so repeatable. One of them was Navajo. And we also had some experimentation with Ukrainian.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think we also considered Estonian.
1, 2, 3, 4.
One of the reasons why it didn't really gel was that it still got written out. When you read, it's repetitive. We would do 30 takes of 2 Sims having an interaction, and the actors would do it differently every single time.
Yips! Oh, yips! Oh, Lord be to God!
One of the most significant aspects of The Sims was its expansion packs, which played a crucial role in sustaining and expanding the game's popularity. These packs added new dimensions to the gameplay, introducing fresh content like new careers and environments. Some notable expansion packs include The Sims Live and Large, which introduced new characters and career paths, and The Sims Makin' Magic, which is the one that got away for me. I wanted that pack so bad. Each expansion pack not only extended the game's lifespan, but also enriched the player's experience, offering new items, challenges, and ways to interact with the Sims world. The depth of the game was further enhanced by its detailed personality system. Sims were crafted with distinct traits that influenced their behaviors and interactions, making the management of their needs and desires a key gameplay component. This, coupled with extensive customization options for both Sims and their environments, offered an unprecedented level of control to the players. The Sims' impact extended beyond its immediate sequels and spin-offs within the Simverse. It inspired a whole new genre of social simulation games. Games like Second Life and Animal Crossing borrowed elements of life simulation and player-driven storytelling. Second Life specifically expanded on the idea of a virtual life, allowing players to create avatars and interact in a virtual world, while Animal Crossing offered a more relaxed, community-oriented experience. These games and others influenced by The Sims adopted the core idea of simulating life and personal interactions, but explored them in different settings with various gameplay mechanics. Maxis, the video game development company that created The Sims, along with Electronic Arts, who published the game, decided they wanted to bring the world of Sims online. I remember thinking this looked so cool. Personally, I did not get the chance to try it. I don't believe I had internet at that time. The only thing I had at my disposal was the motherload cheat. It was a rough time. I had no other cheat codes at my fingertips. Anyways, so Maxis and EA wanted The Sims Online to be a place where players could create and control characters in a simulated environment, with the new element of real-time interaction with other players' characters. The game's core features included character creation, customization, building and designing homes, providing players with extensive creative freedom, similar to the single-player The Sims games. The Sims Online emphasized social interaction, enabling Sims to chat, form relationships, and engage in various group activities. The game incorporated a virtual economy where players could earn simoleons, the in-game currency, by engaging in different careers or starting their own business. Additionally, skill development was an essential aspect, as Sims could acquire skills that helped them earn money or interact more effectively with others. From its inception, The Sims Online faced several challenges. Technical issues plagued the game early on, impacting the player experience. Content moderation was a significant concern, which of course is a common issue in many online multiplayer games. Club Penguin, anyone? The game initially operated on a subscription model, which was a barrier for some players who were used to the one-time purchase model of The Sims. In 2007, the game underwent a major overhaul and was rebranded as EA Land in an attempt to revitalize its player base. This rebranding included significant changes to its gameplay and business model. However, despite these efforts, The Sims Online was officially shut down in August 2008. The closure was attributed to high operating costs and the game's inability to maintain a sustainable player base. A very successful move in the evolution of The Sims was the introduction of the game on consoles. And this version for PS2, Xbox, and GameCube was actually the first game in the series to introduce a fully three-dimensional camera and environment. The Sims Bustin' Out, the second installment in the Sims console series, launched in late 2003 for, again, the PS2, Xbox, and Nintendo GameCube. This was also the first title released on handheld. In late 2004, we saw the next addition to the Sims franchise, The Urbz Sims in the City, for both console and handheld. The latter served as a sequel to Bustin' Out. The console version was a different style of play completely. The Urbz was actually my introduction to Paramore. They had the song Pressure in Simlish, and the vibes of listening to that in a club in Neon East, absolutely top tier. The Urbz felt like a cousin to the original Sims, just familiar enough but with a fresh twist. Obviously, as the name suggests, it takes place in a city environment, Urbzville. This game also has a massive focus on reputation and social interactions. Rewinding back just a bit to early 2004, the gaming world saw the evolution of the main series with the launch of The Sims 2. This sequel not only built upon the foundational elements of its predecessor, but also introduced groundbreaking advancements in technology and game depth, marking a significant leap in the life simulation genre. One of the most striking advancements in The Sims 2 was the introduction of fully realized 3D graphics. This shift from the isometric view of the original game to a more dynamic 3D environment allowed for more detailed and realistic simulations. The characters and environments were more lifelike and visually appealing.
Alongside the visual upgrade, The Sims 2 featured significant enhanced artificial intelligence. This improvement meant that The Sims could make more complex decisions, exhibit more nuanced behaviors, and have more realistic interactions with each other and their environment. The improved AI contributed to a more dynamic and unpredictable gaming experience, as Sims could now respond more appropriately to a wider range of scenarios and stimuli. And I actually have a really funny experience with The Sims 2. Well, it wasn't funny when it happened. On my 13th birthday, I got off of the school bus and some giant psychopath child that I didn't even know decided to jump me. And she was like a linebacker. She was all muscle. My ass was humped. I walked home after having my ass handed to me, so embarrassed. It was like the worst day of my little teenage life, but also the greatest because when I got home for my birthday, my dad gave me The Sims 2 and also took me for sushi. So it was two of my favorite things happening on the absolute worst day of my life. And, still to this day, I have mixed feelings about that birthday. But because of it, The Sims 2 has a very special place in my heart. It is my favorite out of all of the games. Okay, sorry, my story time is over. I will get back on track.
Another major innovation in The Sims 2 was the introduction of life stages. For the first time, Sims could age, moving through various stages of life from infancy to old age, each with its own unique challenges and opportunities. The Sims 2 also introduced the concept of genetics. Sims could now pass on their physical characteristics to their offspring. This feature allowed players to witness and influence the genetic continuity of Sim families over generations, adding a new level of engagement and attachment to the game. Additionally, the game expanded on the personality trait system. Sims were given more distinct and complex personalities, influenced by an alignment system that determined their aspirations, fears, and desires. The system made the Sims' behavior more realistic and varied, allowing for more dynamic storytelling and gameplay.
The Sims 2 was notable for its cultural and social dynamics. The game included diverse characters and settings, showcasing various lifestyles and backgrounds.
Moreover, the game addressed several social themes, such as relationships, career development, and family dynamics, reflecting the complexities of real life. This approach enabled players to engage with the game on a deeper level, as they could relate to the challenges and triumphs experienced by their Sims. The expansion packs also continued, of course. Among the most notable for The Sims 2 were University, which allowed Sims to attend college and choose a career path. Oh, and quick side note, The Sims 2 had private schools, which I desperately want to be brought back. That was so fun. Calling up the headmaster, inviting them over, showing off your house, and making a bomb dinner, and if it was all bougie enough, your kid was accepted. Lived for that. Anyways, back to the expansion packs. There was also Nightlife, introducing the concept of dating along with new social interactions, Seasons, which introduced changing weather and seasonal activities, and Apartment Life, which allowed Sims to live in apartment buildings with neighbors and experience apartment-specific events and scenarios. A new kind of expansion-ish pack was introduced during the Sims 2 era as well, the Stuff Packs. These packs focused exclusively on new items and thematic decorations, rather than adding new gameplay mechanics or significant changes to the game's structure. Stuff Packs typically included a variety of furniture, clothing, and decor, centered around a specific theme, such as luxury items, outdoor living, or specific holiday decorations. Unlike the more substantial expansion packs, Stuff Packs provided an affordable way for players to enrich the aesthetic and thematic elements of their Sims' lives, allowing for more personalized and varied in-game experiences. This approach was well received by the community, offering players more flexibility in customizing their gameplay without the need for committing to full expansion packs. Staying on the theme of expansion, in 2005, we saw The Sims 2, like the first, hit the console market, and in 2008, a spin-off titled Castaway Stories was released. This game takes a unique turn by stranding players on a deserted island. The primary mode, Story Mode, follows the narrative of a shipwrecked character who must survive and explore the island. In 2009, the Sims franchise took another giant leap with the release of The Sims 3. This iteration was not just an update, but a reimagining of the series, marked by different enhancements that expanded the virtual world of The Sims in unprecedented ways. The most groundbreaking feature of The Sims 3 was its open world concept. Unlike its predecessors, where gameplay was confined to the Sims' homes and interactions were limited to specific lots, The Sims 3 introduced a seamless, fully explorable neighborhood. For the first time, players could follow their Sims around as they ventured beyond their homes to interact with other Sims and explore their surroundings. This freedom removed the loading scenes between lots, creating a more immersive and continuous gameplay experience. Sims could now walk to the park, visit neighbors, go shopping, or enjoy outdoor activities, all in real time and without the player having to initiate specific travel actions. This design also meant that the lives of other Sims in the neighborhood progressed simultaneously. The Sims 3 also made significant strides in customization and creativity. The Create a Sim feature was overhauled to offer more detailed and diverse options for character creation. Players could adjust nearly every aspect of their Sim's appearance, from facial features to body type, making it possible to create a wide range of unique characters. The Build Buy mode received a similar enhancement. Players were given more flexibility and control over building and furnishing their Sims' homes. The introduction of an advanced color wheel and texture options allowed for unprecedented customization of furniture, walls, floors, and decor. This game introduced the Sims 3 Store and the Exchange, platforms where players could share and download content created by others.
Through the Exchange, players could share their own creations, including Sims and houses, and not like the Goth household. No. These players are like recreating fucking Hogwarts. They are so creative. It is out of this world. The Sims 3 store offered additional content, including unique items and world expansions.
Something new and exciting during this time was our introduction to world packs. These packs provided entirely new, fully developed worlds or neighborhoods for players to explore, each with unique themes, aesthetics, and storylines. Unlike expansion or stuff packs that primarily added objects, careers, or gameplay mechanics, world packs offered fresh settings, complete with distinct landscapes, architectural styles, and sometimes new gameplay elements tied to the world's theme. For example, Sunlit Tides introduced a lush tropical paradise, while Midnight Hollow offered a dark Victorian-themed world. Continuing to evolve, The Sims 3 was also released on mobile devices, and like its predecessors, was also released on console. In March 2011, a unique standalone game in the Sims series was released, The Sims Medieval. This game stands apart from all the other games with distinct differences. It runs on the Sims 3 engine, but it's not just The Sims 3 in a medieval setting. It introduces fresh features like armed combat and elements of religion. The release of The Sims 4 in 2014 marked a new era for the beloved life simulation series. It simplified navigation and made the management of Sims' needs, skills, and relationships more straightforward. This streamlined approach allowed players, both veterans and newcomers, to focus more on the storytelling aspects of the game. The Sims 4 also introduced a groundbreaking emotion-based gameplay system. For the first time, Sims exhibited a range of emotions that influenced their actions, interactions, and even their life goals. Another branch on the expansion tree that grew during this time were game packs and kits. Game packs, smaller than traditional expansion packs, but more substantial than stuff packs, brought focused experiences with unique themes, such as outdoor adventure or supernatural events, adding new gameplay mechanics, items, and sometimes small worlds. Kits, a newer addition, offered even more specialized content focused on specific aspects of gameplay, like fashion choices or specific furniture styles. These kits were designed as mini collections, providing players with targeted updates to customize their gameplay.
The Sims has truly become a cultural phenomenon, spurring artistic expression and dialogue that extends beyond traditional gaming boundaries. The series has inspired a variety of content, even beyond gaming, including academic research, discussions about its societal impact, and most importantly, an array of internet memes.
As the series progressed, it embraced inclusivity, with The Sims 4 making notable strides. It introduced expansive gender customization options, allowing players to create avatars that reflect a broader spectrum of gender identities. This inclusivity extends to various skin tones, cultural outfits, and lifestyle options. These advancements have not only enabled players to see their identities reflected in the game, but also foster understanding and acceptance of diverse perspectives. Psychologically, The Sims serves as a virtual lens through which players can explore social dynamics and personal relationships. It provides a safe space for experimenting with life choices and scenarios, offering insights into human behavior. The game's therapeutic potential is also noteworthy, aiding in stress relief, creativity, and personal expression. I actually was just having this conversation with my therapist. I was explaining how The Sims was so helpful when it came to escaping the traumatic events of my childhood. And she connected with that immediately. She's like, maybe there needs to be some sort of case study, which I think would be iconic if it hasn't already been done.
The next installment of The Sims 5, is the subject of much anticipation and much speculation.
Hi, hello, editing me here. Apologies for the poor audio, but I feel like it's imperative to add something here. When I started planning and organizing this video, I knew that there is a massive, beautiful, and outspoken fan base. I have always played The Sims, but like a normie, I guess you could say. There are so many knowledgeable players. I say all that to say, as I continue to research and listen more to what people had to say in the community, the more I realized that the majority is not happy with the direction The Sims is moving in. And this has been going on for a while. That doesn't mean they don't love the game. It's quite obvious they do and want the best from it, but many have expressed that they feel all of the kits and packs, etc., have been very cash grabby. Some do not feel that way at all. I've seen others, as I mentioned earlier, who love the idea of smaller expansion packs and the affordability of it. I can see both sides. Now, when it comes to The Sims 5, I am not exaggerating when I tell you I have not seen any positivity really, and I hesitate to say that because I'm sure there are a lot of fans that are excited with what they've seen, but from what I have witnessed, there is a lot of disappointment. The code name for The Sims 5 is Project Renee, if you want to look it up for yourself. We don't know a lot, but again, like I said, what we do know is not being celebrated, I guess I'll say. We saw some sneak peeks of build buy mode that have been shared, and the fact that it'll be free to download. That always screams like a bait and switch to me, free to download, but then spend 99 cents per item. Who knows? I hope that's not the case. Also, we learned that it will be on all platforms, and the focus is to make the experience all the same on all devices, which I don't know how that's possible, but The Sims is really good at doing the impossible, so I am actually really excited to see that become a reality. And the real issue amongst the fan base is that The Sims 5 will be multiplayer. The Sims is an incredibly intimate game, so personally I don't love that. I have to side with the Sim heads on this one. I have no interest in a multiplayer at all. But yeah, I was getting towards the end of editing this, and specifically, this is what kind of tipped me in the direction to just add this little note. The two new kits, Castle Estate and Oh My Goth, great ideas, beautiful ideas, with endless possibilities. And they fell flat with it. You get a few fucking windows for the castle one and some black clothing pieces for the goth one. Highly disappointing, and I felt like it is important to share the good and the not so good about the evolution of The Sim. So, sorry about the poor audio quality. From the groundbreaking release of the original game to the anticipated advancements of future installments, The Sims has continually pushed the boundaries of what is possible in a life simulation game. It has not only been a pioneer in its genre, but it has also set a standard for player-driven storytelling and creativity. The series has empowered players to create and control life in ways that were previously unimaginable. Its journey from a simple life simulation game to a sprawling, influential franchise reflects its ability to adapt, innovate, and connect with its audience. As we look to the future, it's clear that The Sims will continue to inspire, entertain, and challenge our perceptions of what a game can be, making a lasting impact on the gaming industry and its varied player base.